Good morning, welcome back to my channel. This is Judy with Our Wandering Footprints. So today is going to be in the 90s again here in Arkansas and full sunshine. So we're going to use the sun oven today. I'm going to make a pecan chocolate chip pumpkin bread. And actually this is going to make 2 loaves, and so I thought you might like to come along and see this recipe. It smells so good in here already with this pumpkin open and my spices. I have cloves and nutmeg and cinnamon. It's just, I'm just excited about this. So in my bowl here I have 1 stick or half a cup of room temp butter. So we're just going to mix that up just a little. Okay, now we're going to add, the recipe calls for 2 cups of sugar, but for me that's just too much sugar, so I'm going to use, it's 1 full cup of the Swerve granulated, move this out of the way, granulated sugar, which is your, low cal sugar. And I've used it a lot in baking goods and it's really, really good. So we're going to mix that in there. It's just been really, really hot here in Arkansas the last few days. So I thought I would use my sun oven today to make these. And I'm going to probably put one of them in the freezer and then one we can eat on, and Ed can take some to work for his guy friends. Okay, now to this, I'm going to add 3 large fresh eggs from my chickens. I just went ahead and mixed them up a little bit. So it makes it easier to mix up. There's one thing about fresh chicken eggs, they are bright yellow. They're beautiful. Okay, get that mixed up. Really, really good. So the eggs are incorporated. Alright. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll get it open. I'm just going to use all that's in this bottle. So probably a little over a teaspoon, but it's okay. Love vanilla. Okay, now we're going to add a half a cup of room temperature milk. You can use heavy cream, you could use canned milk. This is just regular, it's regular whole milk. Get that mixed up. And now we're going to add 1 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin. Not the pumpkin pie mix, because it's too thin, but pure pumpkin. We're going to add the whole can. I love using this for desserts, especially pumpkin bread. Or you can make pumpkin muffins. And all out of there. That out. Set that aside. Okay, let's mix this up. Get it incorporated. Almost like making a pumpkin pie. Only you got a lot more milk and eggs. I used to put more eggs than that in my pumpkin pies. Smells wonderful. Okay. Alright, now we're going to set this aside and we're going to do our dry ingredients. And then we'll incorporate it into this. Okay. Alright. So in this bowl, I have 2 3/4 cups of just all-purpose flour. I use the King Arthur's brand. It's my favorite. And then to the flour, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder, which is right here. 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, which is right here. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, which is your darker one here. And 3/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground nutmeg that I ground up for myself. And we're going to incorporate all that in there. Let's see, I got my other whisk over here somewhere. Hold on just a second. No, I can't find it. So we're just going to use a big spoon. So my other one has got a pumpkin on it. This will work just fine. Oh, golly, that nutmeg and cloves and cinnamon smells so good. Just like fall, which fall will be here before you know it, and I can't wait. It's my favorite season here in Arkansas. I like spring too, but summer, I don't know, the older you get, the hotter it seems it gets. I don't know, but I guess they all have their attributes. Okay. Now, I'm going to incorporate, and I'm going to switch to a wooden spoon. It's a lot easier. Why can't I find my stuff? Okay, we're going to use this spoon. Alright, we're just going to do a little bit at a time, just to get it incorporated. Get my arm out of the way. Oh, golly, it smells so good. Beautiful color, too. And you don't want to really over mix it too much. You just want to get the flour incorporated. Some more. And then I got my sun oven already sitting outside, and it's preheating. Once I get this in the pans, then we'll go out there and we'll check it and we'll see what it's at. Temperature's at, because the recipe is actually, you know, for the oven, regular oven, and baked at 350. And but my sun oven will get up to, I think, 400 degrees. Almost. And then after this, we're going to fold in some chocolate chips and toasted pecans. I actually toasted my pecans in my air fryer. No oil. I just put them in a little pan and put it on, like, not quite 400, about, I don't know, 380 or something like that. And toasted those for about 4 minutes, and they're perfect. I will never have to do it in the oven again. I'm so excited about that. I love my air fryer. I need to start doing more videos with it because it is so nice to use. You don't have to use a lot of oil. It's a lot healthier. Okay. Just about. Gives you a workout. You could do this in a stand mixer too, but I'm just not feeling like getting that out today. Okay. Let's get this scraped off. Don't want to wash any of this down the drain. That's for sure. Okay. Now, I'm going to rinse off this spatula because this is my favorite spatula. Alright, now we're going to add in our chocolate chips. Now, I'm going to keep some of these back to put over the tops of the loaves. Just a little bit. Sprinkle on top. So this is about a cup of white chocolate chips and little mini dark chocolate chips. Just using up what's in my pantry. Let's fold these in. Oh, this is going to be so good. So good. Okay, now I'm going to keep back some of these toasted pecans to put on the top with the chocolate chips. Just a little bit. These turned out so beautiful. They're already chopped. I didn't chop them. I bought them that way from our local Sam's Club, but they toasted up. So good. So we're going to put that in there. Let's fold all this in. And then that is it. We'll put it in the pans. Because this is actually supposed to make 2 loaves, but I don't know, the pans that I'm using are a little bit longer. So we're going to see if I can put 2 in, do 2 loaves. This is the loaf pan. It's a little bit longer. We actually bought these to go with our a portable Weber grill to catch the oil in the back, but it was the wrong size, so we ended up having to redo that. But okay, I'm gonna use this bigger spoon, I believe, not the spatula. Do it this way. Okay. Just one spoon, two, and then we'll take a bigger, just a spoon to spread it out some. Maybe I can get two loaves out of this. All right, let's spread this out a little bit with our spoon and see where we're at. Well, let's see, one more. And then the rest will be for the other one. Because they're going to rise. It's going to rise up, so it doesn't have to go over the edge of the pan. Okay, there's one. Now we're going to sprinkle over the top. Like that, and some of the pecans. I'm just going to pat it down a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Let's set this one aside and do the next one. Okay, we're going to go out to the sun oven. Okay, I got the pumpkin bread in the sun oven. It's still at 350. It dropped just about I don't know, a notch from 350, but it'll start heating back up as long as this circle here has the sun shining right through it. That's what heats it up. So you got to make sure. Sometimes you have to move it around, you know, as the sun moves to make sure it's, you know, up to par. But I mean, up to where it's supposed to be. And now the recipe calls for 45 to 55 minutes. It might take a little longer in here, but we'll see. So I will bring you back when it's all finished, or at least when I check. We'll come back and check it later. Okay, it's all finished, so I'm going to take it in the house and let it cool, and I will bring you back. Okay, so I'm finally done cooking in the sun oven today. The pumpkin pecan chocolate chip bread turned out beautiful. It's nice and moist, and I'll take a bite here in a minute. And then I did the pork tenderloin with the carrots and onions, because I already had the sun oven out there, so I thought I might as well cook that up too. But if you're interested in a sun oven, I'll leave a link under my video in the description box, where if you decide, you go to their website and you click on that link, if you decide to get, I think it's the bigger package, you get $70 off through my link. So if you're interested in a sun oven, it's the best thing to use for off-grid cooking, or even when you don't want to, you know, put your oven on in 90-degree weather like today. It just takes a little longer. Like the pumpkin bread took probably an hour, but that's only because I used foil pans instead of dark pans. And you can use both. And then the pork tenderloin and carrots I put in the dark pan that came with my sun oven. So, and it took about 30 minutes, I want to say. And, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I've got more sun oven recipes coming up. But I want to taste this. That is so good and moist. Toasted pecans, the white chocolate chips, the dark chocolate chips. You can taste the spices. It's beautiful. That's one thing about a sun oven. You can't overcook anything, because it actually basically steams it, is what it does. So good. That'll be good with tonight. You can have his ice cream and some pumpkin bread. So, but I appreciate you watching, and I hope you all have a beautiful Thursday, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.